Good day, everyone. I'm Khalid, and welcome to our third episode of our series of Oxygen Not Included. So, for those of you who watched our last episode, you probably noticed that our coal supplies are getting really low, which in turn means that our coal generators that we've been using a little bit everywhere in order to power our plant are soon going to be dying off. So, it's kind of a little crisis at the moment. So luckily for me, or for us, we found a natural gas geyser somewhere hidden in between everything. So in between episode, in order to get everything set up and to make it work, I started to build the little bit of the infrastructure required for us to use the natural gas geyser. So since I want to make sure that the natural gas is used primer as our primary source of power. So I'm gonna bring all that gas all the way down, so all the way through our base, all the way to here. So this here, I'm gonna install probably two generators with their own smart batteries. I'm gonna link them together. I'm gonna make sure that I set the high and low threshold for the batteries different between the coal and the gas generator, in order to make sure that the gas generator runs all the time and that coal generator just there to do that little extra top up in case the gas generator cannot supply enough. So for that, you gotta make sure that all that pipe gets built. So I'm gonna improve the priority. It's probably gonna change the priority of a lot of things in our base, but that's something we can figure later on. Also, since the geyser is always pretty hot, so I'm gonna install a little cooling loop in order to cool this. Gonna install an aqua tuner. Already got a little vacuum room, so the aqua tuner is gonna turn. I'm gonna try and install another steam turbine on top of it in order to keep everything cool. Uh, since it outputs 150 degrees, so it will warm up the base pretty quickly. Like it's already like 46, 47 degrees over here, so it's already a big increase everything, the temperature through our base very quickly. So I want to make sure that this get cooled down and that the gas is brought all the way over there. So the reason that I put all my generators over here is that, well, first I got a nice water tank that will be able to pick up all the polluted water that gets generated by the generator. I'm losing my words again. So they just dump the water onto the ground. So I'm going to use mesh tiles. It's going to fall into this bucket here. So eventually I'm going to install pumps, filter this out, send the clean water to our tank, salt water all the way down here to get filtered out, and the polluted water will make its way over here in order to get filtered through the water sieve and make its way to our tank as well. Um, why is this one not working properly? Oh, it's just because there's still germs in this, I would say. Liquid pipe. Yeah, there's a little bit of few germs in here. But hopefully this is close to zero. So as soon as someone's going to use the toilet, this pocket is going to move, and everything should flow back, and we should have lots of water to be able to be sent all the way back to our tank. Although the level is already rising, because it was pretty low like the last few episodes. So overall, system works fine. Also, I'll want to make sure that as soon as the power issues is fixed, I'm gonna try to build this germ killer in my room over here, so that I can reopen this pathway because it increased the distance the dupes have to go. Because I needed to make it a little waterlocked to make sure that only chlorine would make it into this room. So if I get the layer of a CO2 or carbon dioxide, it would prevent the water reservoir to be cleaned. So as soon as I can have this fix, I'll be able to reopen this pathway, and will increase the efficiency of our base. Also, I'm going to use this bucket just to dump a bunch of chlorine into it, because for now I don't have really any use of the chlorine. I don't think I will anytime soon. Maybe for rocket stuff, but even then I'm not even sure. So I'm gonna replace the gas vents by a high pressure one, just to say that I can put 20 kilograms per square. Then I'll siphon this using this pump. Same with this one here. I'm gonna make some sort of pathway so that this bucket gets sucked down to this pump. I'm gonna use the same filter medium that I had over here. Fill this up. And I think that should be it for chlorine. I think I might have a little bit on here. Yes. So I'll probably find a similar way to bring those two pockets and push it in there as well. Yeah, so carbon dioxide box starts to be nice and full. I asked my dupe to close the box. They take their time like everything else. And I'm slowly pumping everything from my base and put it in here. Try to bring the level of CO2 down, which will in turn bring the chlorine level down, so that there's more oxygen through our base. Because the path right now for our dupes to go breathe, it starts to get complicated, and I lose a lot of time. It's like you can go all the way up here, almost in the center of the base, to be able to get a breath. Then it's gonna go down and try to deal with all those. So it's not working the way that I want, to be fair. Same as this one here, it outputs a little bit of oxygen, but clearly not enough. I don't know if I did the calculation wrong. I'll have to look into this. But first, power. So I don't have gold. So I need more gold. So this guy here already got gold. Let's reduce the iron, just to speed up the process. Is my pipe all done? Printables. Yeah. Wish it was coal, because everything's about to die. I might have to use a generator in order to kickstart this. Like the manual generator, which would be bad, I guess. I need also to bring power over here. So I'm gonna take it from this circuit. Looks pretty available, not too much in use. So let's bring power. And once again, increase the priority, so things get done. Okay, and speed this up. So I kind of messed up when I started to go dig. I wanted to put the gas pump over there, so I digged the bottom two square of the natural gas geyser, so it started to output natural gas through the base already. So I got gas all over the place, so I'll need to filter this all out, force it into the pipe, and send it to the generators. I made this gas pump out of steel, just to make sure that it doesn't overheat and doesn't break. Since I put the cooling loop, it might be overkill. If I see that this one doesn't warm up at all, once this cooling system is in place, I'll probably just go and destroy it and replace it by gold, which is still got heat resistance, but not as much. yeah, so now it's just a matter of waiting for our dupes to do it. Did they do this basement here? No. So I need to increase the priority of this as well. Let's go for just 7 of them. And power. So we want a natural gas generator. So they're going to be located right here. So one thing I want to make sure is that the output of the generator power. Obviously I need heavy watt wire because I need the 20 kilowatts. But I want to make sure that it's also connected with the same output as my generator so that it actually charges the batteries so that the battery works together. So this one's going to charge this battery, so this battery will be able to stop those generators. And I'm officially out of coal. Hope I had enough gold to do what I needed to. Definitely got enough copper. I think I'm gonna have to put the manual generator here just to say that I give a few cycle of that pump. Power Crisis. It's definitely gonna be the title of this episode. But looks like I think we're gonna be fine, just not as fine as I would like. Because if I was to leave it out for a while now, the Bristle Blossom farm won't work. This here eventually will warm up, and the sleet wheat wouldn't produce anymore. This here won't work, so it'll be just piling up packus. Like I got 3 packus in here. I think because theirs was an egg that fell over here. It looks like there's a lot of them now. 23. Oh yeah, that's true, because in between episode, I received another delivery of 8 packus through the printing pod. So they went into that little fancy aquarium, they dropped 8 eggs, which I directly dump into here, so to increase the amount of packus that I have. This section here goes along well as well. Almost done all this section, so I'm gonna make a big column on this side so my dupes won't really use it for anything. I'm just gonna fill it with puffs. The bottom here will also be filled with I'm gonna put algae distiller and a storage bin so that I can pick up all that slime, turn it into algae, and send the algae, feed the packus here. And hopefully all of that will be automatic. I won't need anything from the dupes at all. I'll be able to lock this door and just let this feed us. We'll see if it works. That's just a plan for now. So it looks like my power is set up. Is my pipe set up as well? The pipe is almost set up. Ventilation pipe. So the pipe's gonna come in. And also it outputs CO2, if I remember properly. Yes, gives me a little bit of CO2. So I'm just gonna dump the CO2 into here. And it's just gonna go into our box until that box gets to fill. And then it'll go somewhere else. Still got lots of time. Got 8 kilos. That's 12 kilos per square. That one doesn't output that much. So here's, what's that pipe? Just nothing. Here. Hopefully it works. Actually, it'll work better if I do this. And once again, increase the priority. Okay. I can disconstruct those gas pipe because I'm definitely not using those. That's the old setup that I use in order to pump this out. It's full of slime long, so I don't really want to send it back into the base right now. I'm gonna wait till I got some sort of setup like this to clear the air of slime long, but not too much of a deal. Alright, what are we missing now? This one's pumping, so that's good. All sorts of natural gas going down, and a little bit of CO2, so it's going to damage the engine, but it's not too big of a deal. So that outputs the CO2. CO2 will make its way there. What I need is an out. I need this here. I need a gas vent, so that everything, if for some reason the pump or this, there's something that is not CO2 in it, it'll actually have a way to go out and won't block the whole system. Alright, so now I got power through the whole base, I hope. So probably just not enough to feed the smart battery. Doesn't get anything. But I'm gonna create another battery made out of iron. It's gonna be here, I think. So I can probably put the second one like this. Like that. And we'll see. I'm not sure if the exhaust of this gas generator will be able to merge with that one, or if the two output will find each other. And I need automation wire too. So from this one to those two. Did I make that out of steel? Yes. Automation. Okay. It's a little too expensive to be made out of steel, so let's go for just iron. So this one actually powers up the lights and everything, so I guess it kind of worked. The thing is that this pipe's gonna be overflowed soon, and I got all sorts of crappy stuff in there, just as since it's sucking up everything. So I need to put a filter down quickly if I don't want to destroy all this. How can I put this filter? So I can put it here, I guess. One thing you need to remember is that all my power generation, as soon as this section here is complete, it's going to be somewhere down here, well, maybe over here, so that it's far away from the oil reservoir, but that it's outside the base, so I'll have to rebuild everything in a nicer way, I would say, so it looks better, that it's more efficient. I can't put that here because of the pole. What I can do would be able to install it here. Oops. Like this. This will be like that. This. Problem with that is that if there is more won't be able to use this one. So yeah, so with this nice filter, the one that I use over here, doesn't use any power. The problem is, since this pipe, uh, there's more natural gas than I can use, so it will actually bypass the bridge and just dump all that natural gas into my base, which is definitely not something that I want. So what I'll have to do is use the gas shut off. Um, I don't even think that'll work. Oh, I think for now I'll just deal with damaging the plant, because the other idea I had would be to make a filter that will remove polluted oxygen. The problem is I need to put polluted oxygen into my, like they say, to prime my valve, but I have to take it all the way from over here. So I'll need to put a new pipe system just to prime it. So I don't think it'll work. I'll disable this because CO2 looks a lot better. It's nice and thin, like 500 grams. Let's take this out. Transfer this. Do I have my automation wire? Yes. So it didn't work. So I'm gonna have to gas pipe. I'm gonna deconstruct this pipe. So I'm gonna have to install a bridge through this one and this one over there. So the exhaust of this one will use the bridge and bypass this exit, go to that pipe. This one will be able to merge into this square for as long as there's room for it. But there's only 22.5 grams per blob, so this one will be able to merge with it as well. So as for automation, so I'm gonna put 99, and I want this one to start kicking as soon as it's 5. Or let's go with 15. No. So this one's gonna take care of the higher end. So from 40 to 99. This one's gonna be from 50 to 0. So if the batteries are fully dead, this one will kick in. This one will also have those run because we'll be below 40. So as soon as this one reach 50, it'll stop the coal generators, but these here will keep running until the batteries are pretty much full. So if everything works as I expect it to be, those batteries should be so right now the battery kind of get a little bit of a charge, which is good. So as things gonna start kicking in, so it's gonna drain it. But I think for now the power issue we had is safe. Other the fact then it's gonna get polluted oxygens every so often. It'll be doing it for as long as this guy here is not complete. Where are you? I want you to make gold. Let's put the first portion of coal into this. So so that I can get the gold out. So I'll be able to close this door and be able just to work from the outside, so there won't be any more issues, and there won't be any more crude oxygen being pumped into it. Anyway, that's the idea. See if it happens. So the issue for power is kind of resolved for now. We'll probably install. I'll move this transformer further down. So that was for powering the aqua tuner, which cools the base but really doesn't generate that much power. So I'm still not sure if I put too much water or not enough water. I think it takes too long to warm up. That might be the reason why it doesn't generate a lot. So it is what it is. When we reinstall this further down, probably have made a better research and more better idea of exactly what I want and how I'm gonna run it. I don't need this one anymore. So, and this one here actually fills up a lot faster than I expected. So, my whole idea of having a nice big carbon dioxide room might not work the way I want it to be. So I was gonna create another one here, so I was gonna put probably like maybe natural gas in, but thinking I might need to do a second carbon dioxide one. Or yeah. Or just not worry too much about it and keep going into generating this area so I can start pumping the CO2 outside the base. I think that's more reasonable. And once I got this one popped down into a vacuum, I'll be able to store energy, so natural gas in there. I think that's better. I can also deconstruct all. I'm gonna mop the oil first. Then I'm gonna be able to deconstruct it all, put the ladder back so that the dupes don't need to go into the water. Make them all stressed out and everything. Just before the video starts, I think it was Nikolai. Why are you blurring it? Ah, okay, good. So that's done. So, and for most of it, it's all natural gas. So I could use just a regular. Yeah, I could use the electrical filter. It might work actually. Why are they not working? Oh, can we disable by this? Okay, good. So we are winning. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use the automated filter like this. So it's gonna fill like this, like that. Construct this portion. And I'm gonna put. So the gas will come here. This will go on that portion. That's the filtered portion will go into the generator. The not filter one will go over here. So should be good. And already on the power grid. So it's gonna drain a little bit of power, but I'm sure this one here is probably overpressurized. No, not even. Because if the pressure in the room become too high, the geyser will just stop working. So I think I'm gonna stop it here for now. So we have kind of figured out our issue with our power. So it's one less thing to worry about for a little bit. We'll be able to concentrate on the next few episodes to expand the base outwards. Try to get probably to the oil reservoir, maybe start to deal with that. Um, oh, and as well as finishing clearing up the gas pockets in our base so we can have something nice and open. Uh, yeah, so if you like the videos, please feel free to send me a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. So I hope you guys have a good one. And once again, I'll see you on the next episode.